with the live stream. Having some technical issues with the chat, which is a little bit frustrating. So I'm just going to share this on Facebook again. And hoping that this time it will work. If not, I might have to put my laptop on and try it that way. Hey! Hi, Linny! I didn't do anything different this time. The only thing I changed was it was unlisted. Yay! Hello, everybody! Thank God for that. I thought I was going to sit here on my own. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Kel. I've got Kel and Kelly. Hi, Brittany. Hi, Joe. Yay! I changed it from, it was unlisted and instead of public, so I changed it to public and that seemed to do the trick. Lesson learned. Anyway, it's all a learning curve. How are we all? Are you all okay? How's your Christmas Eve going? I'm just glad it's working. Oh, that's such a relief. No, I didn't, Kel. I forgot. Yeah, I reckon that is, Lenny, you're right. Kel's just reminded me I've got to get gammon out the oven, so I'm just going to disappear for 2 seconds just to pull it out the oven so we don't burn it, and then I'll be straight back, but I'll leave the stream going. Bit scary. Trying to multitask today, it's not going very well. Back in 1 sec. And I'm coming back. I meant to get it out before I started the stream and then forgot, so I've overcooked it by 10 minutes, but hey ho. No, it's not burnt, Kel. Oh yeah, because it's morning over there, isn't it, Brittany? Yeah, big whack whack, oops. Yeah, I've been pretty much the same, Linny. Baking and whatnot. Thank you, Placey. Oh, such a busy day. There's so many things to remember, isn't there? And things to prep and stuff. So I've been prepping a few bits, been doing a bit of cleaning, cleaned out the birds this morning. That's very exciting, isn't it? I live such an exciting lifestyle. So we cleaned the birds out and filled their bowls back up, and so you know, we haven't got to worry about them tomorrow too much. So yeah, it's right. Placey, it is very hard when you're first starting up, but best advice I can give you if you're still quite a small channel is just keep uploading. It was something that I saw Casey Neistat actually posted, is that when your channel's struggling, just keep uploading. That's what I've been doing, and it is actually starting to pay off, and upload regularly because the algorithm likes that as well. So is everybody done now? Are you all kind of sitting down, resting, or is there still mad panics to deal with? Have you done all your wrapping, Brittany? Oh, ooh, fudge, get you, and Chelsea buns. I was cooking gammon for the person. I didn't see who asked them, but yeah, I was cooking gammon. We usually sort of have it sort of with our evening meal. We have our main meal at lunchtime on Christmas Day, and then we have gammon sort of in sort of cheese and bits and pieces in the evening. Oh, I'm so jealous you've got a puppy, Joe. That's just adorable. I've seen the pictures. It's just a fluff ball. Gorgeous. I love having puppies. The only trouble is they are hard work. It's like having a child, isn't it? You're sort of running around like crazy, and yeah. They're always a bit loopy. My mum's got a chocolate Labrador as one of her dogs. Yeah, very hard work, you're right. My mum's got a chocolate Labrador. She's quite old now. Yes, I know, Kel, but we can't have a puppy. We're in an upstairs flat. Yeah, and when we first got her, she was 6 months old. And, oh, you're cleaning cat wee. Oh no, Kelly, I don't envy you on that. That's horrible. Yeah, my mum's dog. I'm not a Grinch. My mum's dog, we got her at 6 months old, and chocolates are the most exuberant of all the colours, which we didn't know when we got her. And she's like Tigger on speed. For quite a few years. She's only now, she's 12 now, and she's only now slowing down. So she's got arthritis now, so she's slowed down quite a bit, but she's quite exuberant. Oh no, yeah, TMI. Oh dear. That's the only thing about cats is all the litter trays and yeah, things like that. Hi Sonia, that's okay. We had a little bit of a false start anyway, so I haven't been on that long, about 6 minutes, so you haven't missed much. Oh, no, you're right, Lenny. You can keep them. Hi Sarah. Hi Lina. Sweden, wow, that's cool. I don't think I could cope with little humans, to be honest. I get tired too quick. Because I'm crocheting. That's why I'm looking down. I'm only doing granny squares, nothing. I couldn't really do a live stream without crocheting. Yeah, it is, Joe, you're right. It's nice. Hi, Merry Christmas. Yeah, it's nice. Egypt. Oh, wow. Hello from the UK. Peeling potatoes for dinner. Oh, lovely. I'm just crocheting at the moment. If you're new to the channel, I'm actually a crochet vlog channel primarily. So I am crocheting as we chat. I'm just doing granny squares. I'm going to start a scrap blanket. I'm blaming Sean from Sean's Crafty Corner, who's another channel here on YouTube. She's been doing them, so that's kind of triggered me off. Hi, Ali. Yorkshire. I've never been to Yorkshire. Somewhere I've always wanted to go. You'd love a puppy. FedEx me one. I won't tell Karen. Yeah, like you better keep that a secret from me, Kel. Yeah, me too, Sonia. I love scrap blankets as well. It's good to get rid of the scraps. I've got so many now. Hi, Deb. Merry Christmas. Oh, it's lovely to see everyone. It's nice to be able to talk to you all live as well, because although some of us do interact on Facebook and stuff, you know, there's always time differences and stuff. It's nice to kind of interact with people sort of properly live. So I'm just glad there's people here. I was really worried that nobody was going to turn up. I was going to end up talking to myself. So, oh, that's cool. I haven't done socks yet, actually. It's something I keep sort of thinking about doing. Now Zoe sent me some double pointed needles. I kind of have to kind of try socks now. Although my knitting's not brilliant. I should really try crochet socks before I start the knitted ones. Oh, are they? Okay, I've been warned. You're knitting a lot, are you? Do you knit or do you mainly crochet? Half a sock. That would probably be me, Joe. Half a sock, or I'll get one sock done. I know this happens to a lot of people. They do one sock and then they can't face doing the second one. Oh, that's cool. My knitting's never been... I can knit, but I'm a very basic knitter. And I'm a very awkward knitter. I don't really hold the needles and stuff properly. My mum's tried to show me quite a few times. Hi, Alicia. Nice to see you. Yeah, my mum's sort of tried to teach me over the years. Mum and Nana both tried to teach me, but for some reason I just not very good at it. I need to... Yeah, I think a lot of people do. Crocheting a poncho. Yeah. Ponchos are cool though. It's a good way to learn to start doing clothing, actually. It's a good way to break yourself in. Yeah, I think a lot of people start with knitting and then go to crochet. I did actually learn to crochet when I was very young. My stepsister, she's my mum's not married to my stepdad now, so she's not in my family anymore. But she did actually teach me to crochet as a kid, but then I forgot everything, so I had to relearn it from scratch. Yeah, I don't know, Kel, maybe. Is my mummy watching quite lately? Mummy, if you're watching, say hello to everybody. She might be, she might not. I don't know. It depends if the dogs are... Depends if the dogs are playing her up or not. Mum's youngest dog, he's 2. He's a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. And he's a bit of a cuddle monster. And he doesn't like her going on her tablet. So she might not be in the stream. Oh, cool. Socks and mittens. That's cool. I've always fancied having like an advent yarn calendar, but they're so expensive, aren't they? I mean, you could do your own, I suppose, but then it kind of spoils the surprise, doesn't it? I have looked at them before, but they're such a lot of money when you compare it to like a chocolate one that costs £1. It's kind of like, yeah. Plus, to be honest, I've got nowhere to put the yarn at the minute. I'm kind of at capacity. Oh, that's nice. It's good to have friends that do that. Yeah, I bet you were. Yeah, well, knitting is a little bit more tricky than crochet, I found, Alicia. It's hi Mum. Hi Terry. It is a little bit more fiddly to learn. I found crochet a lot easier to learn than knitting, but there's so many great tutorials. Let's definitely give it a try, because some people, like Kelly, who's on Yarn Inspired on here. Hi Cheryl. It's easier if you use a tutorial. Some people just naturally do it. Kelly from Mum Yum Inspired, I mean, she's only been knitting a short while, and she's steamed off, and I think she knits more than crochets now, and she makes garments like jumpers and stuff, and they look like the shop bought, so she does really well. Yeah, I find the same. It's confusing because it's 2 needles. Yeah. Crochet blankets mostly. That's cool. Hi Jane, by the way. I didn't realise you were there. Oh, it's so lovely to see everybody in here. Yeah, I find it knit crochet a lot quicker than knitting as well. You know, you've been crocheting about the same amount of time as me then, Cheryl. Hi Jane. Yeah, I started in the end of, it was about September, October time, 2014. So it's been about 3 years for me as well. I mean, obviously, because I'd done it as a kid, it was somewhere in the back of my brain, but I did have to relearn everything. So I learnt through Jada in Stitches on YouTube. Was the main one I used. I did have a friend that did try and teach me when I was really unwell with my depression. I was involved in an art group at Mind in my hometown, and so she did teach me 1 or 2 stitches, but it was she didn't start off with a US single crochet, she started off with a US double, so it was a lot more complicated than it needed to be start with. So I did have 1 stitch down when I did go to YouTube and start. Oh gosh, Alicia, you're cutting it a bit fine. Hope you get it done in time then. Oh bless, yeah, yeah. I think sometimes when you're younger though, you're not as interested as you are perhaps when you're older. You know, there's things I'd wished I'd learnt off my nana. My nana used to make, this is my mum's mum, used to make the most amazing gravy, and it's the one thing I really wish that I had learnt from her before she passed away. I missed that last comment. I have to wait for someone else. It keeps flashing up with the comments, but it only does it when someone else comments, so it's... It's funny how we like to... There's things we wish we'd learnt younger, isn't it? So is there anyone else that's still finishing stuff off then? 2 more to go. Oh, bless you. I hope they're not big ones. I'm just doing a granny square, Terry. It's not very exciting. I'm not very good at talking and reading patterns and concentrating. And I knew I'd just mess it up, Terry. So I was just kind of... Yeah, I do as well, Jane. Lumpy gravy. Yeah, quite often. It's a bit of a fine art. My nana used to do it like the proper old-fashioned way and use all the meat juices and stuff. It's all... Yeah, granny squares are great. They're nice and easy to do, aren't they, Terry? I'm just trying to use up some scraps, and I thought I can sit and do that and still talk to you guys without having to mess up. Exactly, Joe. Oh, bless you. 3 a.m. flipping heck. Well, I was doing the angel on Friday till 10:30 at night, and I was starting to lose the will to live a bit for the last video. You need to come here and teach me then, Sonia. Teach me how to do it properly. My nana used to have this special gravy salts and all sorts of stuff, powdered stuff she used to use. I think we get a bit spoilt with all like the, you know, the granule stuff and that now. Getting up at 3. Oh gosh. Have you been working today then, Joe? Oh, thanks, Ali. Are you going to be doing that as well, are you, Terry? I think I'm going to try and find a few different scrap projects because people do seem to like them. Oh, that's cool, Sonia. See, you were at the right point in your life where you were ready to learn. The trouble is, my grandma, she got dementia, so by the time I was ready to sort of be interested in learning, she obviously wasn't really remembering stuff very well. Muddy Vans, oh gosh. I don't even know what you do, Joe. Been knitting hats. Oh yeah, that's cool. I need to make... I have got one present I've got to work on, but... hi, Nathan. Yeah, it's a hat for one of my neighbours is what I'm planning to do. But we're not exchanging presents till the day after Boxing Day, so I've got a couple of days. So I haven't worried about that one yet. Oh, well, that's a good position to be in, Sonia, to have run out of scraps. That's not a bad thing necessarily, is it? I've got drawers and drawers of just bits and scraps, and I keep them because they're sometimes handy for the amigurumis. Oh, that's nice your mother-in-law did that then, Sonia. Yeah, I agree, Terry. Do I? It might be because I'm on my tablet, Nathan. And I'm probably not putting my P's and Q's on quite as much as I do on video, to be fair. I'm probably a bit more pronunciated on my videos. It's because you're seeing it live. My accent can change depending on how tired I am as well, so that's a factor. If I'm tired, my Suffolk accent comes out. I sound like I'm more from London, actually. If you're from outside the UK and you wonder what my accent is, it sounds London, but I'm not. Hi, Rita. Nice to have you on board. Yeah, I kind of did as well, Sonia. That's why I'm doing it on my tablet. Because from what I read is if you use the YouTube app, the encoding is already done for you, so you don't have to worry about... Yes, that's true. It is my motto, Nathan. You are right. It's not that I try and put airs and graces on when I'm on my channel. It's just because I'm talking to a camera, and it's different when you're talking to people, isn't it? Yeah, if you try and do it on your tablet or, you know, a mobile device, you should find that the encoding's done. I couldn't work out how to get the encoding on my laptop. So I'm going to have to pick Sian's brains at some point. Because she knows a lot more about it. Obviously, she streamed a lot more. So... Well, at least I got it working. I was the first 5 minutes I was talking to myself, and then thank goodness Linny messaged me and said she couldn't use the chat because otherwise it would have been a boring stream. Yeah, it's not just you. They make it a bit more complicated than it needs to be fair. So that's why my picture's a bit grainier than the camera, because obviously it's on my tablet. Plus you get to see a bit more of the surroundings, don't you? I'm in a different position to where I normally would be. Because I actually sleep in the living room, so I'm actually sitting on my bed, believe it or not. And as you can see, the sofa's over there, look. So I'm sort of sitting side on to where I'd normally sit when you see me on camera. I will confess I had a little tidy up before I went live. Not going to let you see my mess. I've actually, in the, which side is it? No, behind here, I've actually put the blanket that Brittany made me, I've actually covered over. I've got a pile of craft stuff. All bags and project bags, because I've got quite a few projects on the go for next year, and some of them are going to take a while to do. One of them is a bag, which I'm going to use as a project bag, but obviously you could use it for anything. So I've covered it with Brittany's blanket, so I've had an extra use for it. Yes, it is my first stream, Deb. Yeah, I mess up my words. If you saw my first takes for my introduction, Terry, you would have quite a giggle. I'll have to do some bloopers at some point. Yeah, well, I'm having the same problem, Terry, with the mess and stuff as well. It's trying to get stuff done for the channel, especially because I'm doing 2 videos a week. That's 2 things I've got to make in a week. So I quite often have 5 or 10 projects on the go, because obviously some of the bigger projects that I've done obviously take a while to do, and you can't just do it in 2-3 days. So I've usually got quite a few projects. That's sometimes why I struggle to remember what I did at the start of them sometimes. You haven't tidied, Joe. Oh, you'll have to send me a picture. Oh, do you, Alicia? Well, it's a little bit trickier on YouTube. It depends what device you're using. It's a little bit easier if you're using something like a tablet. There is a Go Live button, and you press that, and it sort of takes you through it. Sonia, yeah, we see you've got a specific craft room. I do actually have a shed at my mum's that has it's supposed to be for my craft stuff, but because obviously I'm here all the time, I can't obviously you know, keep going backwards and forwards. So okay, Joe. I'll look forward to seeing that. Oh, my Kel's in here. She's on food hunt, I think.
No.
No? What are you doing? Alcohol. Oh, she's after alcohol. Blimey. That's unusual. Oh, I'm glad that's not just me then, Ali. I think most people are messy crafters, to be honest.
Would you like a cup of tea?
Yeah, go on then. Just gonna make me a cup of tea.
Like I don't know.
I'm actually in the living room. Nathan, I forgot to mute the tablet. Sorry about that. I'm actually in the living room. But the living room serves as our living room, dining room, and my bedroom as well, because it's a 1-bedroom flat. We're not actually classed as overcrowded until there's 5 adults living in this flat. So I'm sitting on my bed, which I've got down because I couldn't be bothered to pack it away. Sonia says she'll have a cup of tea.
1 sugar or 2 or none?
Did you? I don't know if you heard that. 1 sugar, 2 or none, she said.
Ow.
And she just stubbed her toe. Yeah, so I sleep on a fold-up bed, basically. It's not something I really try and publicise on the channel. It's, you know, it is what it is. It doesn't bother me. Ali says milk and 2 sugars, please. Sonia says none.
Okay, coming up.
And Jo says she'll have something stronger.
Bailey's or a Corona?
Yeah, we've only got Bailey's and Corona in. And five sweeteners, Nathan. Flipping heck. You've got a sweet tooth.
Wow.
I used to have 2 sugars in my tea, but I've weaned myself down to half a sugar in normal tea. Biscuits, we do have biscuits actually. We've got some McVitie's selection thing that my dad bought for me. 4 for Liner.
Blimey.
Yeah.
A lot of sugar.
Lots of sugar. Yeah, the biscuits we've got, they're mainly like chocolate covered ones. They're all McVitie's.
Oh my.
Coffee for Shell, drinks it black. Oh, cool. It's funny how we're all so different, isn't it? I tend to have a normal, like, PG type tea. Oh, no sweetness. I have normal tea, like PG tips, or, you know, sort of what we call black tea or breakfast tea. I know in America you call it. Yeah, if you shove it on there, thank you. And Deb says black coffee here too. Alicia has coffee or hot chocolate.
Ooh, hot
oh yeah,
chocolate.
family circle.
Hot
We do
chocolate
normally
with
have that,
marshmallows.
Nathan. We do normally have family circle as well,
Awesome.
and we haven't got them this year.
Hot chocolate with marshmallows and a bit of whipped cream.
Yeah,
Like squirty cream.
yeah. Yeah, well, I'm the same, Sonia. I tend to have herbal. So the one Kel's just made me is actually strawberry and vanilla. That's my favourite one. Hello.
Oh dear.
Um,
A bit too quick.
And, oh, flipping heck. She's down to drink a little bit too quick. She'll be a little bit tipsy later. And she doesn't normally drink. So, yeah, so I normally have herbal during the day. I normally have a caffeinated one in the morning just to help me wake up because of my medication. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it, Nathan. Yeah, so I tend to drink herbal the rest of the day, and that's partly, well, mainly to do with my mental health. If I have too much caffeine, it actually makes my anxiety worse. I've been thinking about it, Terry, but I haven't got very far with it. Ginger and lemon. I've never had that. That sounds really nice, actually. I might have to try that. I don't even know if I've managed all my goals from the beginning of this year, to be honest, Terry. I know I've done 1 or 2. I know one of them was to do my own pattern, which obviously I have done now. You see, I can't drink Coke and Pepsi and stuff like that now. It makes me ill, Sonia. Very rarely do I have it. Yeah, I have had decaf tea, Ali, but the only trouble with decaf, there is still a very tiny amount of caffeine in it. And that still, I did switch to decaf originally. That's what I tried, but for some reason, even though it's a minuscule amount of caffeine in it, it still affected my anxiety. So I just found it easy to drink herbal, to be honest. Ginger and lemon is, oh, that's your, oh, so ginger and lemon is obviously the one to try then. Oh, hi, Charlie. Well, it's nice having everyone live. I do enjoy going into Sean's streams, but the only trouble I have, last night I was so tired, and my oh cool, oh, did it? I never thought of that for morning sickness. Well, I'm not pregnant, so I haven't got to worry about that, Kelly. Yeah, I couldn't get on with chamomile. I know it's supposed to be really good for helping you sort of de-stress and calm you, isn't it? But I just couldn't. I don't really like that one. I'm a bit fussy. Oh, well, that's fair enough, Sonia. I totally understand that. I have suffered with a lot of migraines in the past. When I was working as a PA, which was my main career before I started looking after Kel, I used to get quite frequent migraines. A lot of it was actually the lighting, and from both the computer monitor and the strip lights as well. That's fair enough, Nathan. I think I'd probably have to do the same, to be fair. Oh, can you not, Sonia? Yeah, I am fussy, Kel, I know. Yeah, it is, Sonia. It really is such a big trigger for me. It's like if I'm working on my laptop editing my videos, I've got my craft light here behind me, and I have to have that on to counteract the light from the screen, and that seems to stop me getting migraines. I still get the odd one or two, but nothing. I mean, I was getting them on a weekly basis. I mean, there was one day I was coming home from work, and as I was driving down the A14, which is the dual carriageway, it's a very, very busy road. Here we don't have a motorway near here, so it's all dual carriageway. I actually started to get auras, and my vision started to blur, which is not great when you're doing 70 miles an hour and there was nowhere to pull off. I somehow made it home, but that was probably the most hairy drive I've ever done. It wasn't the safest one, that's for sure. Yeah, they can trigger me as well, Lina. Yeah, especially if it's a very strong perfume. Have to be a bit careful if I'm going to like Christmas shopping. Sometimes like we've got a shop in the UK called Boots. It's kind of a chemist shop, and it does makeup and toiletries and perfumes as well. And they have quite a big perfume section, particularly at this time of year. And it can be very, very strong. Sometimes I walk in, I sometimes have to walk back out again because it can trigger me off. Oh, do you, Nathan? Is that to do with your fibromyalgia? Yeah, I totally understand that, Sonia. I mean, the thing is, it's dangerous, isn't it? It's like, I mean, I wouldn't choose to drive if, obviously, my migraines were a problem. I mean, that one occasion, obviously, I was on my way home from work, so, and it just started while I was actually driving. I think because it was winter, it was like the headlights, and although my glasses, I do have anti-reflection on my glasses, it doesn't completely counteract. Oh, it could be either, couldn't it, Nathan? See, I have this in my medication, it triggers things. I didn't quite see what Ali put then, someone about blue coating. I only got halfway through. The messages appear on the screen and they go off again, so I have to sort of wait till someone comments and then I'll see what it said. There we go. Yeah, I've got like an anti-glare one on mine, Ali. Okay, Terry, well, have a lovely time. Enjoy your service and have a lovely Christmas. And thank you for popping in. It's nice to see you and talk to you properly. Yeah, you are right, Sonia. Headlights are bad, and I don't like driving at night now. I very rarely have to do it anyway these days. Occasionally this time of year, obviously, because it can be dark at 4 o'clock, but I mean, for them to hurt your head even without a migraine, that's really bad. It's funny what can trigger us off, isn't it? Yeah, I've been quite lucky. I think I've only had 1 or 2 migraines this year. The trouble is I do get nausea with mine, so it usually does sort of paralyse me if I do get one. What's a migraine glass? Hi, Angel. I don't know what your name is, Craft Angel. What is your actual name? Or do you just want me to call you Angel? That's the thing, when people have usernames, you don't always know what people's names are. So unless they've said in the comments, I don't always find out. Is it Sarah or Sarah? Yeah, I know, Cal, I'm the same. I used to go to midnight mass. Well, migraine glasses. Oh, okay. I've not heard of those. Oh gosh, Lina, that's bad. Is it just perfumes that trigger you then? Yeah, right. That's right, Nathan. Yeah, I'm the same. Anything that's bright and glary, it can be a trigger. And I find if I've got anything for like a prolonged period of time that's sort of bright and glary, it can trigger me off. All right. I know cheese and chocolate are big triggers. They can trigger me. Pronounce Sarah. Okay. I know now. Hi, Sarah. Some people, it's Sarah, isn't it? If it's got no H, that's why I like to check. Oh, bless you. That's not good. It's quite interesting actually since I've been doing the channel. Obviously I've spoken about my mental health and a little bit about obviously my new issue. And it's interesting to see actually how many people are actually struggling with different illnesses. Hi Liddy! Oh, that's not good, Nathan. Yeah, well, I'm the same, Deb. That's what I've found. Yeah, it's the strip lights were a huge trigger. They were very good where I worked. They did actually change them to what they call daylight bulbs, which did help, but it didn't eliminate it. And obviously the computer screen, I had anti-glare screen and all that, but it just never stopped it. Yeah, that's what I get as well, Alicia. I know the pain in my head is phenomenal when I get it. Just very thankful I haven't had one for a while. I do get headaches a lot, but just not the full thing. It's been a lot better since I've stopped working as a PA. I don't think I could ever do PA work again now. Mainly for that reason, but also just my memory is so bad now. I just wouldn't be able to keep up the pace. Oh, is it, Nathan? It's really difficult condition to manage. I only know a little bit about it. I've got one or two friends on my Facebook list that have got it. Yeah, it's not good, is it? It's just, it's funny how conditions can nap over. I've actually discovered with my new diagnosis, so I'm gonna tell you guys because we're live. So you can ask questions. It's easy to do. Oh, well done, Brittany. Congratulations on getting done in time. Yeah, I've actually just been diagnosed with something called endometriosis, which basically is my body is producing too much estrogen, which is obviously a female hormone, and it causes my body to grow cells that are like my womb. It's not from my womb, that are called endometrii, which is why the condition is called endometriosis. And these cells can basically grow anywhere in my body. Mine in particular, as far as we know, have attached to both my ovaries, and it causes cysts as well. And I've had normal uncomplicated cysts, and I've also had one chocolate cyst, which is basically filled with blood. It does cause a lot of pain and bleeding. I know, TMI, but it is what it is. And unfortunately it's a condition that's very little is known about. So anybody that's got it is basically a guinea pig. Yeah, I know, that's right, Nathan. Yeah, you weren't expecting that, were you? And it's got no cure. It can be managed with medication, but mine is, I will say, very mild compared to a lot of women that I've spoken to. I joined a support group on Facebook, and mine is nowhere near as bad as some people. Yeah, I totally understand that, Ali. I'm the same with my health conditions. I mean, even just my mental health, it helps. Thanks, Nathan. um, Yeah, crochet keeps me sane, and it makes me stop and sit as well, so it makes me rest. So it's a good double purpose, really. Yeah, it is, Sonia. I'm just like, thanks, Lina. Yeah, it's very painful, Cheryl. I've been hiding it quite well on the channel. Like I say, I'm going to do a proper video about it, but I need to get fully educated. I only know the very basics at the minute. I have to see a consultant in the new year. I'm just waiting for an appointment to come through. I started getting symptoms about 3 years ago with intermittent bleeding. Thank you, Alicia. Yeah, my friend has that as well, Linny. So I know that I've got two friends that have got that. So I know how bad that is as well. And they're kind of similar conditions in the cyst part of it, aren't they? And they're both very painful. But my condition, I've got to. They wanted to do a laparoscopy, which is an operation under keyhole surgery, but it does mean a general anaesthetic. Thanks, Alicia. Thanks, Cheryl. It would, they, in an ideal world, wanted to remove one of my ovaries, which would just be for testing. yeah. Well, you weren't far off, to be fair, Nathan. So, yeah. So it's yeah, it is Linny. Um, so they wanted to, and it really, the operation is basically the only absolute definite way they can diagnose it. Well, you do keep me sane most of the time. Well, sometimes you drive me potty kill, but it can be both. She'll kill me later for saying that. Uh, um, yeah, so the operation would be primarily for just diagnosis. And obviously being a full-time carer, I'm very needle phobic as well. I almost had a panic attack when they did the blood test the other day. So I don't want to put my mental health through that. And they have said that that's absolutely my right. And that, you know, I don't have to have it done. It is a diagnosis tool. And that's the only way they can 100% say it's definitely endometriosis. Yeah, guinea pigs, basically, slice and dice. Yeah, exactly. And I wasn't prepared to do that when my symptoms aren't as bad as a lot of women. I'd rather wait until it got worse and get more benefit from it. Oh, bless you, Alicia. It's such a big operation. Oh dear, Brittany, that's not a good start, is it? Yeah, exactly, Linny. It's not a good thing. I'm not into the guinea pig thing, so yeah, absolutely, Sarah. Oh, bless you. Yeah, well, I've been there, done that, Cheryl. Yeah, yeah, I'm very needle phobic. Had a bad experience when I was 18. I broke my wrist quite badly, and had trouble getting the cannula in my hands, and blood running up my arm, and it was the arm that it was this wrist. I actually broke it just literally just above the joint. I was quite lucky it wasn't the joint. This will make you laugh. I did it bell ringing in a church. Lost control of the rope, and it went around out of my hands and went round me like this, clipped my shoulder. So I was lucky I didn't have broke my shoulder. Went round the back of my head. So again, I was lucky I didn't get a broken neck. Arm was here, and it went whoosh, and it was a quarter of a ton bell. So it was pretty powerful. And the trauma from them having to re-manipulate my arm is what triggered my needle phobia off. Yeah, exactly, Sonia. No, I don't need a hysterectomy at the moment. It's not that bad. Some women do, but they're a lot worse than I am. I know I do kill. Bauble ringing. Yeah, it was a big ouch. I nearly passed out from the pain actually at the time. It's a long while ago. I was 18. Oh, do you, Joy? How bad is yours? If you don't mind me asking. Yeah, well, I've heard that, you see, Sonia, that's the thing. From what I've seen with people that have had these sort of operations, sometimes it can make things worse. And I'm kind of like, I'm coping at the moment. So, and they can treat it, they're going to treat mine with the pill, which is a little bit of a worry because hormones and mental health. But we're going to give it a go and see. And some women do get control with the pill. So, in answer to Nathan's question, I'll go back to where I was. Yeah, my symptoms started 3 years ago, so I just had intermittent bleeding, no pain, nothing else. Didn't really know why. I've had some issues with my nails as well, so I'm not sure if that's connected, but it was around about the same time. And then, yeah, it's sort of gone from there. And then around about March of this year, the bleeding got heavier and more frequent, and just has been constant every day since. I've started taking evening primrose oil, and that actually, since I've been taking that, has actually eased up the amount of bleeding actually. So it has got a lot better. The pain is still an issue. I've had a grumbling pain for the last 2-3 days. Not really bad. It's just kind of, you know, when you get like those little niggly pains that are not really full pelt, but it's kind of there, and it keeps shifting from one side to the other. Oh yeah. Oh, bless you, Brittany. Yeah, exactly, Nathan. Another invisible illness. Sod's law, isn't it, that I should get another invisible one? It is what it is. And it's unfortunately one that there isn't a lot known about it either, so it's very hard to kind of educate yourself about it. Kelly's organised as well. Yeah, so I mean, don't worry about me, guys. I'm absolutely fine, and most of the time I'm not in pain. I've had 3 very acute bouts of pain, which is what made me go to the doctor in the first place. Endometriosis is how I pronounce it. Thank you, Sonia. Oh, bless you, Linny. I hope it goes off for you. I'm getting instructions. I've got to watch Muppet Christmas Carol at 6:30. Okay, Kel. Not a problem. She's been wanting to get that on DVD, so and we haven't got it on DVD, so it's on TV tonight, so she's a bit excited about that. But yeah, so it's a funny old condition. I don't mind talking about it live because you guys can ask questions. Yeah, always long, unpronounceable words, hey, Nathan? They never... Some of the terms they come out with and you think, what? Oh, yeah, you've got to love the Muppets, Linny, absolutely. No matter what age you are. Oh, right, okay, Sonia. I don't know what they're planning to put me on. Oh, did you? Oh, bless your joy. So how bad are your symptoms? Oh, are you? Oh, that's cool, Nathan. I'm very excited because tomorrow my favourite Christmas film is on, which is Scrooge, the musical version with Albert Finney. And it's on at 5 to 9 in the morning, so I shall have that on while I'm cooking. Oh, did they? Blimey, it was an early start then. I was still asleep. I actually overslept this morning. I didn't wake up till 10 a.m. I was so exhausted. I didn't feel too well last night. That's why I came out of Sean's stream, because I was nodding off. Oh, really? Well, funny you say that, Sonia. My ex-boyfriend, that was a couple of exes back now, was actually okay with the Muppets, but scared of, is it Meeka or Beaker or whatever it's called? The one that, like that. That's a terrible impression. But that used to freak him out. Little toads, I love it. That's funny. But you wouldn't be without your little toads, Linny. Yeah, I like Beaker as well. I mean, I don't really know what the problem was with it, but it completely freaked him out. If it ever pissed me off, I'd put it on. See if I could find some Muppets on TV. Although they're not on my TV much now these days. When I was growing up, there used to be the Muppet Show on a Sunday evening, and I was allowed to watch that before I got sent to bed. Oh, I'm glad it's a bit better, Joy. That's good news. It's such a debilitating illness, isn't it? I know some women, from what I've read, have a lot worse than me. Yeah, thanks, Joe. Yeah, well, that's what I'm hoping. At least I know what it is now. And basically, the way they've diagnosed it, because I've refused the operation, is I had 2 scans, which were both external and internal. The second one I had actually went on for 20 minutes because it was a trainee, so that wasn't particularly pleasant for the internal, but it has shown up what's wrong. So my scans went in front of the whole consultation team that from the gynecology department, and they've looked at both, obviously, my scans, and then they phoned me the next morning, basically just to confirm that it is, in their words, most likely endometriosis. So like I said, the only way to absolutely diagnose it is to have the operation, but I don't want to put myself through that trauma. If it's treatable with the pill, which I'm hoping it will be, then, you know, what's the point of putting yourself through it just so they can absolutely be sure? Yeah, me too, Sarah. Yeah, I love the Muppets. I miss the Muppet Show so much. I wish they'd bring that back. Okay, Kelly. Well, so thanks for joining me. If I'm gone, you know, before you're free, then have a lovely Christmas. I know you don't celebrate technically, but have a lovely time with your family and enjoy sort of the day to yourself. Yeah, was it a couple of years ago, Nathan? I love Lady Gaga, so I'm often watching the stuff you put up. Oh, really, Lily? Oh, bless you. So is that how you got diagnosed then? I can hear there's a delay because my friend Kel's watching in the other room and I can hear me talking in the other room even though my mouth wasn't moving. 4 years ago. Oh, was it that long ago, was it? I think I saw it a couple of years ago. I don't know. I did watch it anyway. Yeah, I thought it was really good. Oh, was you, Linny? Oh, blimey, that's really young. There you go, Joe. Yapping too much to concentrate. I started work. I had to pull it back a little bit because I started working the wrong side. I must have accidentally flipped it. Yeah, getting there slowly. I don't actually know how many rows I'm going to do. I haven't really thought about that. Don't know how many rounds to do for the scrap one, really. So are you lot all crafting, crocheting and stuff while you're watching me, or are you so engrossed that I'm so titillating? Yeah, well, I've just fastened off. I've decided to do 5 rounds, I think, because some of my scraps aren't that big, so I don't want to go too big and then have to do massive ones. No crafting. That's fair enough. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad. Well, that's good. I'm kind of glad that you feel better now, Joy. That's a good thing. Somebody's wrapping presents. Didn't see who it was. Oh, Cheryl. Still wrapping presents, huh? Oh, cool, Sonia. You going to show that on camera? Yay, Alicia's joined me with crochet. Glad I'm not on my own. Yeah, that big star blanket you did, Nathan, was amazing. I bet that took a while to do. You're running around, Linny. You're doing a bit like Benny. I don't know if you remember Benny Hill because you're younger than me. Better not do it too much. I'll get copyrighted, won't I? That's how I'm imagining you anyway. I don't know if you remember Benny Hill, but and those of you outside the UK, I don't even know if you'd know who he was. But just in case anybody doesn't know who Benny Hill was, he was Nathan knows. Well, just catch up on the comments then, won't I? Oh, it's gone a bit wonky, huh, Joe?
Is Nathan in the UK?
Yeah, Nathan's in the UK, yeah. Oh, cool, Sonia, that's cool.
He needs to pop over.
Oh, you do know who he is, cool. Yay, everybody seems to know who Benny Hill is. That's why I don't have to explain it then. Because it's quite a while back since he was on telly. Yeah, well, that's what I think of as well, Sonia, when he's running around. Yeah. But yeah, but I think of you, you seem so young to me, darling. You're the right side of 40 anyway, Linny. Yeah, yeah. Well, he used to run round after the women, Sarah. It was a very sexist programme when you look it back. Nathan says he's in Cheltenham.
I was going to wave. Oh, there's my hand.
There, it's the cameras. That's Kel.
Ow.
Stubbed a toe again.
Bugger. Sorry.
Oh, don't swear on the street.
Oh, that hurt.
She just caught a toe. We've got a fan in the living room because she overheats a lot, and she's just caught a toe on the bottom of it. Joe says hello, Kel's hand. Sonia says hi, Kel. She's groaning in the other room. Yeah, you see, Linny, see, you're really young to me. I mean, 30. So what are you, 30? You must be 30 then. See, I'm 43. I'm nearly 40. Yes, we're the same age, Sarah. You're right. I'm 43. I'm nearly 44. I ain't far away now. Yeah, I'm 44 on the 3rd of February. That's my birthday. And Kel is a few days before me. 30. See, that's really young to me. 30 seems like a lifetime ago. That is, yeah. I mean, you think that's nearly 14 years ago for me, Linny. Oh, you're not far behind me then, Joe. Oh, are you, Sonia? That's nice. I didn't really do much of mine. We just couldn't afford. I wanted to big party, but just couldn't afford to. Oh, are you, Cheryl? So you've got a big birthday coming up. Congrats. Oh, and Alicia as well. Congratulations. Happy birthday to both of you for when one in past and one in future. Sarah's got birthday in November. So you've just had your birthday then. So belated happy birthday. Yeah, I can't believe I'm nearly 44. It's... yeah. I used to think when I was like 20 that like 30 was really old. And it's like I'm nearly... well, I'm way past that now. 48 will be 49 in March. Oh, wow, Ali. So you're a similar age to me then. Oh, thanks, Nathan. Oh, I do love Nathan. He knows how to rub my ego, don't you? And the accent really came out then. Oh, is he, Linny? Oh, so you're the toy girl. Brittany's still a baby. She's still in her 20s. That's just mad. Oh, Charlie's 10. Oh, well, you're a very special viewer then. You're older than Deb. Are you, Deb? I'm sure you're not that old. I know, Sarah. Where does the time go? Nathan's 86. I'd be worried if you were. Or if you are, then you're weathering very well, and I want to know what the secret is, Nathan. You want me to do a tutorial, Joy? What would you want to learn? Well, that's really good to hear, Linny. I think as you get older, you just don't deal with nonsense anymore. You know what you want, and I found that I'm in a much more happy place. I used to be very reliant on relationships and men basically, and to make me happy. And actually, since I've turned 40, I've actually discovered that I don't need that. It's not that I'm anti-men. Don't think I am, but I don't need a relationship to be happy now, which I used to when I was younger. Oh, tiny human ran off. Oh dear. Here goes Benny Hill again. Diddle it. Can't do too much, but it's anything with copyright on YouTube. It's a pain. Oh, my Christmas lights have come on. They're on a timer. Yeah, it'd be a bit tricky to do a tutorial live just because of the position of the camera, Joy. But if you let me know what you'd want to learn, I need to work out a setup to do it. That's one of my biggest problems, and obviously also it's a time thing as well because it takes a long time to film tutorials and edit them. It's not to say that I won't do them, but if you let me know what you'd like to learn, then perhaps I can do it. Oh, you've got 2 kids, Nathan. I thought you only had 1. Gosh. How old are you, Nathan, then? You can't be... You must... I thought you were... Are you in your 30s? Oh, yeah. The dog's probably up to mischief, Joe. Well, yeah, if you're living with 4 of them, Lenny, you really can't be anti-men, can you? Don't get me wrong. I'm not anti-men. I love men. Some of my best friends are guys. I just don't find I don't need a relationship in the same way that I used to. Cheryl, it is 3:10 in the afternoon here. Hi, Zoe. It's nice to see you anyway, if you do watch it back. Nathan's 31. Oh, see, you're getting there. You're not far behind me, but you're still quite young to me. Hi, Zoe. She'll give me a wave. Oh, that's not funny, Sonia, that you've been the other way round to me. It's not being good outnumbered, though, is it? I'm just going to grab my drink. I've just got to disappear behind the camera for 1 second. There we go. There we go. Got my tea. Oh, is she? That's cool, Nathan. How long have you been married then? I didn't realise you were actually married. Oh, gosh. They're taller than you, Sonia. Blimey. Mind you, that quite often happens with families, doesn't it? The children quite often tower above the parents. It seems every generation gets taller. I'm a lot taller than my mum. My mum probably won't say anything on stream. I don't expect she's watching, but she's a shorty. And when we go to the supermarket, particularly recently, because they've rejigged everything in the supermarket, I have to go and reach things for her. And even I struggle to reach certain things because some supermarkets, the shelves are very high. 39, Joy. Oh, so you're not far off my age then. So you've got the big 4-0 coming. Oh, you're not actually married then. So mother-in-law, but not mother-in-law. Laugh out loud, Zoe. That's funny. Yeah, my mum's just called me cheeky. If you see her on my mum is the one with the dog profile picture. It says Rita. That's my mum. And you can see what my maiden name is from that. I'm not saying it out loud. But yes, I did get bullied at school. Oh, you're quite short then, Sonia. No offence, but I'm 5'7.5", so I'm quite tall. I'll probably tower over you. Sarah's only 5'1". Lina's almost 50. Oh, so another big birthday. We've got lots of big birthdays coming up, haven't we? Sorry, Kel. Kel's shorter than me. Well, that inch makes all the difference, Joe. Linny's saying hi to my mum. Oh, goose for Christmas dinner. I've never had goose, Zoe. Never had it. I always wanted to try it. Oh, Cheryl's 5'7", so I'm half an inch taller than you. So you're quite tall as well. 154 centimetres just short. I don't know what that translates to in feet and inches because we do feet and inches. Oh, Linny, so Pretty much the same height as me as well. Oh, Mummy says hello, everyone. Oh, you're the same height as me then, Nathan. Oh, thanks, Joy. That's very sweet of you. I actually hate my voice, so... You're almost 5'2", Zoe. All the almost is the important bit. Cheryl says hi to my mum. Yeah, it is, Zoe. That ½ inch makes all the difference, because I'm 5'7½". I don't say 5'7". I have had the mick taken me out of me in the past because I've said 5'7½", and I thought, well, actually, technically, that is how tall I am. I'm about the same height as my dad. My dad's side of the family is quite tall. My mum's side of the family are very short. All my Berry family, the town where I live, so mum's side of the family, they're all very, very short. I didn't get that gene, thankfully. But my dad, I'm about the same height as my dad. I think me and my sister are about the same height. I'm not sure how tall I haven't been near my brother and sister for a while, so I can't quite remember how tall they are. Yes, Sarah, sorry. Not Sarah, Sarah. See, memory, bad. And Sarah says hi to Mum as well. Vinny's 9-year-old is 4'11", blimey. He's going to be tall then. Oh, so your family's mixed as well, Sonia. It's funny how you take after one side or the other. Okay, Joy. I can do the basics. I can sort some videos out for that. Obviously be next year now. But I'll put that on the to-do list. That's fine. Basic stuff's easier to do. It's when you're trying to do patterns, it gets more complicated because there's copyright and stuff. You have to get permission from designers unless it's your own design and stuff like that. But the basics won't be copyrighted, so I can definitely do that. Add that onto the channel to help you. Oh, Zoe, I don't envy you there. I do not envy you whatsoever going shopping in the supermarket today. I'm fine, thank you, but thank you for asking. We've got everything, I'm done. Yeah, I don't know if you all just saw, but my mum just commented and said my granddad was 6'2". That's her dad, so he was quite tall. Cheryl's sons are both 6'+". Blimey, so you've got a tall family as well. Linny's dad's 6'5". Oh, that's all right then, Sarah. Thank goodness for that. I always worry I'm offending people. My memory's so bad, I accidentally call people the wrong things sometimes. I mean, even my friend that I care for, I sometimes say the wrong name, even though I don't mean to. Kel's claiming she's 7 foot, or she's shorter than me, so that's doubtful. How are you, Nathan? Yeah, I'm not the tallest, but I'm one of the taller ones in my family. So when you say ring please, Joy, do you mean you want me to do some stuff working in the round? Is that what you mean? Yeah, I've got dwarfs in my family. Mum! She can't tell me off till tomorrow. 5'5". Well, that's fairly tall, Alicia. Oh, is the Joe? Do you have to stand on the platform to kiss him then? Mind you, blokes are quite often taller than women anyway, aren't they? Yeah, my mum says Sainsbury's a good place to shop. We like Sainsbury's, don't we, Mum? Yeah, Kel's 7 foot in her head. Yeah, I agree, Lenny. I've never gone shopping Christmas Eve. I just couldn't. I wouldn't cope with it. You skip the kissing, oh I? I'm not sure we're going into the X-rated part of the channel. Especially with a 10-year-old watching. Yeah, I couldn't do Christmas Eve shopping. I don't understand how these people can go out Christmas shopping today. I know there's loads of bargains and stuff, but I wouldn't cope with going out to the shops today. My anxiety just wouldn't allow me to do it. Yeah, oh Deb, yeah, I don't, yeah, I don't envy you working in retail. I really feel for people this time of year when they work in shops, because they have to work late sometimes as well. I know some shops are open till 10, aren't they? I know Tesco Express is open till 10. Oh, Linny, bless you. I don't envy you there. I bought milk and I've got some in the freezer as well to defrost it. We're having chicken, Nathan. It's sort of a tradition in my family, and it happens to be Kel's favourite roast dinner, so it's worked out well between us. Oh, okay, Joe, fair enough. Too old for snogging. No, me neither, Sonia. I couldn't do it. Oh, did you, Deb? Oh, wow. I bet that's manic in Walmart. I just, well, we don't have Walmart over here. We have a shop called Asda. But Asda doesn't have, well, certainly not the one we've got in our town. Doesn't have as wide a range. It doesn't have things like yarn and stuff. I know Walmart does. Oh, did you, Alicia? You were brave. Gosh, I don't know. You survived then. Oh no, Cheryl, that's a nightmare. I always buy too much wrapping paper for that reason, so I don't have to worry. Oh, are you? Well, that's funny because when I started the stream, I had to disappear for a couple of minutes just to get the gammon out of the oven. So I cook it the day before and we have it cold sort of in the evening. And then we have, obviously, the hot meal at lunchtime. You have turkey, Linny. I think a lot of people do. The main reason we've always had chicken as a family is my nana didn't like turkey. She always said it was too dry and stuff. She really didn't enjoy it. So we always had chicken, and we've always been quite a small family anyway, so a chicken was enough. And it's just sort of, I would feel weird having turkey, but that's, it's just a family tradition. It's funny how we all have our different things, isn't it? It's like Kel and I have a little tradition on Christmas Eve, and this is what we'll be doing this evening. You can see we've got stockings under the tree, and so we get just some silly little bits, just little stocking fillers, and we undo those on Christmas Eve because Kel would get so excited she'd be badgering me to open presents early. So that was a way of getting around it, and it's now, she's not as bad now. She had quite a tough upbringing, so Christmas was very exciting for her when I came along. Yeah, so we do that later. So it's just like silly little bits, and it kind of gets you in the Christmas mood. So that's kind of one of, that's more mine and Kel's tradition, really. I've always had, stocking sort of fillers and stuff growing up. But, yeah, it's funny. So what traditions everyone else got? Have you got specific things you do with your family that perhaps other people don't do? Or I find Christmas fascinating how different families are. What are you eating? Are you picking at the gammon? Liar. She's nibbling the gammon.
Really good. Oh. Hello, baby.
Well, at least I know it's cooked all right. I took it out of the oven to let it rest before I carve it up, but...
Oh, that's really good.
It's good, was it?
Oh. You better hurry if you want some.
Oh, you're the veggie chicken and veggie gammon. Oh, that's cool, Joe. Oh, so you're very similar to us then, Nathan. Oh, well done, Alicia. That sounds really hectic. Yeah, that's very true, Sarah. They do. I did notice that when I went into our town, I didn't even go on a particularly busy day, but everyone was so grumpy. And I was smiling at people and they were just like scowling back, and it's such a shame because it's supposed to be such a joyful time of year, isn't it? And I think when you get to sort of this evening and the shops are shut and you know you can't do anything else, I think that's when people then start getting in the mood a bit more. It's partly why I try and do mine so far ahead of time, because you know it just ruins it otherwise. You just end up grumpy and not enjoying what Christmas is meant to be about, which is about spending time with your family. I mean, the presents are lovely, of course, don't get me wrong, and I do really enjoy that bit. But it is about spending time with people that you care about, isn't it? And just enjoying yourself. That's primarily what Christmas to me is about anyway. So, always amazes me how grumpy people can be in the shops. I know it's a very stressful time of year, and I think in shops it just comes out at the wrong time. New Christmas pyjamas. Oh, that's cool. We have smoked, Nathan. Smoked gammon. Oh yes, of course you celebrate the solstice, don't you, Sonia? Did you have a nice time? I always like the winter solstice because the days are drawing out now. So even though we've got the worst winter to go through in the UK, usually the worst of our winter is January, February. You know, there's only going to be 8 weeks, and then March comes and then spring's basically here. So I always love it when the nights start drawing out. Yes, I totally agree, Sarah, to be avoided. Gammon, it's a joint of meat, which is from a pig, which is basic. It tastes very much like bacon, but it's cooked as a joint, so it's very similar to bacon. It's basically pork. It's a particular part of the pig. I'm not quite sure which part. I'm not a butcher, but yeah, it's a particular part of the pig, but it tastes like bacon. Basically, is the nearest thing I can say. And you can have it as smoked or unsmoked. If it's smoked, it's got a slightly different flavour to it to unsmoked. Both are very nice. I don't have a particular preference. I tend to go for smoked gammon more. Hi, Jan. Yay, well done. Thank you, and you too, Jan. It's lovely to see you here. Yeah, like Linny says, the gammon is it's kind of like a combination of ham and bacon, really. It's hard to explain. Oh, it's hind legs, is it, Linny? See? I knew somebody would know. Oh, did they? I must have missed that bit last night. I was only on for the first 2 hours, so... I started nodding off in the... I have... The trouble is, because Sean streams late, and I take my medication at 9:30, and within a couple of hours it knocks me out. One of the side effects is sedation, unfortunately. And the last half an hour, I was struggling to keep my eyes... I kept nodding off and opening eyes, and I was like... And that's when I had to leave the stream, because I just wasn't going to stay awake for it, so... Isn't it funny how topics can often overlap? What time did Sean finish her stream last night then? If anybody doesn't know who I'm talking about one of my YouTube friends who is called Sean, and her channel is Sean's Crafty Corner. And she is a crochet vlog channel. She also does a little bit of knitting, but she's primarily a crocheter as well. Her channel was a lot bigger than mine for a long while, but she's slowed down the rate of upload, so because I'm uploading more regularly, mine has grown a bit quicker. But she's really lovely, and she's a very generous soul. She's such a lovely friend. 12:15. Oh, well, I wouldn't have stayed awake for that. When I left the stream, she said, I'm going to do 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to stop. So she obviously didn't, because I came out of it at 11:30, so she went for another 45 minutes then. She often does that, doesn't she? I'm going to go in a minute. 2 hours later. Oh dear. 2 hours and 40 minutes, so I missed the last sort of 45 minutes then. Oh, did she? I know Sonia's commented it, but it disappeared off my screen. Sounds like I missed loads of Sian's live. I only saw the first 30 minutes or so. Yeah, Sian tends to stream for quite a few hours when she does it. Well, I tried to start it at 2, but because I'd set the reminder up on my laptop, it wouldn't let me use the stream that I'd set up. It wouldn't let me do it, so I had to share it on the Facebook group. And then the first go, then Linny thankfully messaged me through Facebook and said that she couldn't comment, so then I had to cancel that one and start again. So this one, I think I started about 2:15 in the end. It was just technical hitches, first stream and all that. So I'm not sure how I set a reminder up on. I will do it on the tablet next time. I shall know. So I've just got to work out how to do it, but I don't think it'll be that complicated. I could have done it from my laptop, but you have to download encoding software, and I didn't know how to do that or what I needed, so I need to ask Sian. Did Jan turn up in Sian's stream then? How am I feeling about Christmas? Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it now. I was quite stressed at the beginning of the month, which obviously I've spoken about on a vlog. But all sorted already. I've prepared as much of the food as I can. So the only thing left to do for me today is to, when I get off live stream, I'm going to work out. We set alarms because my memory's bad, and I will put something in the oven and then forget what time I've put it in. So I work out what time I need to take something out of the oven and put the next thing in. Because I'll cook the chicken first, and then I'll take it out and allow that to rest while I'm cooking things like potatoes and stuffing and stuff like that. So I will be setting alarms, but apart from that, I'm ready for Christmas. I'm quite excited about it. It is one of my favourite times of year. I find Christmas Day very peaceful, actually. Are you looking forward to it? Yeah, not too bad, Nathan. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty much sorted. I'm not bragging, so as I know some of you still got bits and pieces to do. I was wrapping a couple of presents last night, just ones I hadn't got round to doing, because obviously I was trying to prioritise the ones I got to give out first. But yeah, sort of as done as I'm ever going to be now. So I try and get everything sorted by lunchtime on Christmas Eve as much as I can. That's just purely so that I can start relaxing and start enjoying Christmas on Christmas Eve. Yeah, that's why, Sarah, sorry. I'll try and sort it out better next time when I stream, because I think I will stream again. Not sure. I might perhaps try and do it New Year's Eve, maybe. Oh, wow. That was a long stream then, Sonia. Mind you, if it's a tutorial or something, I think there's a lot of benefits to that. If you've got the right setup, I could see a lot of, especially with something like painting, if you can follow it along, I think that's actually quite a clever idea. The trouble is with me, I'm such a yapper. I just can talk till the cows come home. I think I've often said to Jan, if me and her were in the room at the same time and we were live streaming, it would be hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. Jan and I can talk online for 8 hours straight, no problem. And that's just messaging. So if you don't know who I'm talking about Jan Carruthers, who is Urban Gypsy Crochet here on YouTube. Yeah. Well, I get like fog kind of thing with my depression and anxiety as well. I think a little bit of it is my medication too. And we've done set alarms for everything on Christmas Day. and actually for the last couple of years, and it's actually worked beautifully, and I've ended up not stressed because of it. So it's worked. No, Mum, yours aren't wrapped, so you're not getting any. You've been a naughty girl this year. My mum was just asking if I'd wrapped her presents. Oh, is it? Well, you got kids, isn't it? So it's going to be hectic, isn't it? Oh, do you not, Sarah? Okay, well, I'll bear that in mind for next time I stream. I'll try and make sure that I set the reminder up through the tablet so I know. That's useful because, you know, I forget that not everybody is on social media. It's such a common thing now, isn't it? Oh, do you know what, Sonia? I would love to do it with Jan. I'm so desperate to meet Jan. I know she's going to be doing a meet up thing next year. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to get to go. Depends on where it ends up being and whether it's feasible for me to go. Um, yeah, I love Jan to bits. She's such a lovely lady. And she's been so kind to me. I'm very lucky to call her friend. We actually became friends because I can't remember if it was either 2 or 3 years ago. Probably about 2 years ago. She did a giveaway on her channel. I think it was when she hit 1,000 subscribers, I think. And oh, really, Lina? That's interesting. I have heard that some countries do celebrate Christmas Eve more than Christmas Day. It's interesting, isn't it, how different it is? There can be celebrations here in the UK. A lot of people go to church on Christmas Eve and go to midnight mass, which is something I used to do all the time. But now I'm a carer, it's not practical. So I do watch midnight mass on TV because I do have a strong faith, and so obviously Christmas is a really important time of year for me. Faith-wise, it's a very special time of year for me. It's like, I think when you do have faith, it's not to say Christmas isn't special for everybody, but it makes it extra special when you've got extra meaning behind it. Yeah, Jan is awesome. I agree, Cheryl. She's just lovely. I really joy. I bless you. Well, I hope that they can find the right medication for you. Depression is very debilitating. It's not a nice condition to live with, I know, because I suffer with it too. Yeah, I had heard that about Scandinavia, Lina. Yeah. Oh, so you're not with your family? That's a shame. Is that because of work or just distance or? Yeah, so as I was saying about Jan, I actually won the first prize on Jan's channel. So I have a project bag that's got her logo on it. And I won a few other bits and pieces. I've got one of her keychains with her logo on it. I've got a pen. There was a few bits and pieces. I can't remember everything that was in it now, but there was a few little bits and pieces that I won. And Jan didn't, although I'd commented on quite a few of Jan's videos, she didn't know who I was, and it was actually her friend Sue that pulled my name out of the hat. So if you watch her channel, you'll know who I'm talking about. Yeah, Sue pulled me out the hat and I won, and because of that, obviously I had to have contact with Jan to give her my address, and from there that's how we got to know each other. And around about that time I just started YouTube as well, so Jan then started watching me, and that's how we've become friends. So it's been a very blessed it was a very blessed win actually, because it's triggered a massive friendship. And as a result, other friendships have followed as well. So, yeah, it was a huge blessing. In answer to your question, Nathan, yeah, I have very strong faith. I'm a born-again Christian. I became a Christian when I was about, I think I was 17, 18, something like that. It's not something, I'm not a Bible basher, so don't worry. It's a personal thing for me. It's between me and God, basically. But yeah, I have quite a strong faith. And my friend Kel, who I look after, does too. That's I was actually Kel, my friend that I care for. I was actually her youth leader at church many years ago. I don't go to church now, mainly for practical reasons. So I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube, sort of preaching stuff. So one of the preachers I watch a lot of is a lady called Joyce Meyer, who's an American preacher, who's quite a practical teacher. I like practical stuff. Yeah, so I do have quite a strong faith. You know, I mention it very fleetingly on the channel, but it's not something that I delve into, because obviously you've got people from all faiths and religions that watch me, and I don't want to offend anybody. Oh no, Lina. Oh, bless you. Oh, well, I hope your back gets better soon. I've had back problems in the past, and it's a nightmare, isn't it? Bless you. That's so painful. I hope it improves soon so you can travel and see your family and stuff. That's just awful, and hope you can sort of be comfortable for this time of year. It's awful, isn't it? Just saw something about Chris Dingle service. Was that you, Sarah? I used to go. Yeah, Chris Dingle. I've never actually gone to Chris Dingle service, because that's Church of England, isn't it? Oh, so you know who Joyce Meyer is, Cheryl? Yeah, I love her. I've got some of her books. To me, she's always spot on the money where it comes to faith stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, I agree, Sonia. It is lovely how it's created such good friendships. I've made so many friends. I was very isolated when I started my channel. That was part of the reason why I started my channel. I'd lost a lot of friends when I became a carer, partly because of my depression as well. And I've got so many friends, and I have so much contact with my online friends now that it's amazing. I mean, the only downside is I haven't got to meet you all, which is something I would like to do at some point when it's practical. Yeah, I'm exactly the same, Sonia. I had some of my real life friends I haven't spoken to in a long time. Yeah, I'm a Bible basher. Boom, boom. No, I don't. When I was younger, I was a little bit exuberant about it, but I'm not like that now. I would never push my faith onto anybody. Kel's going, she is, in the background, trying to wind me up. That's good, Joy. I'm glad to hear that. I'm really glad to hear that. That's nice to read. Yeah, it's true, Lina. It does take a while to recover, don't they, when they've gone? So I really do hope yours picks up, you know, soon. Absolutely, Sarah. Yeah, faith is a personal thing. It's between me and God. That's why I don't really sort of harp on about it too much. It's just happened to come up in conversation, hasn't it? Sorry if I'm shaking you about. It's because I'm trying to pull the messages up. What's Chris Dingle? It's something that the Anglican Church celebrate. It's something to do with the run-up of Christmas. I'm not entirely sure if anybody knows. I know it's Church of England. I'm sure they have like oranges with bits stuck in them that signifies, I think, something. But I've never been to a Chris Dingle, so I don't actually know. Okay, Joe. Well, thank you for joining me. Enjoy your puppy walking, and Merry Christmas. I hope you have a lovely time. Yeah, I agree, Lina. Being online is absolute lifesaver. I think it does stop people from being so isolated. Yes, I agree, Joy. Joyce Meyer is very, very good. And yeah, like you, Lina, mine is my social life as well. Well, yeah, no, I totally understand that, Nathan. I don't have a problem with the LGBT community. I'm actually a huge advocate for them. I'm very pro. I believe that's the way God made you. So my friend in the other room is going woohoo because she's actually gay herself. So I'm not gay. And people think because I live with her that I am, but that does not make me gay. Apparently I'm a closet case. She's trying to wind me up. But yeah, I totally, there's only 2 scriptures that people use to bash the LGBT community, and it's wrong and it shouldn't happen. I believe God made you that way. There is nothing wrong with it, and I am not one of those people that would be very anti it. So don't worry, Nathan, I'm not I'm not one of those. Yes, God Squad was your name. You're right, Sarah, yeah. No, I know you're not Nathan, but I just wanted to make it clear that it's, I don't have a problem with it. I actually have a transgender person that's in my family as well, and I don't have an issue with that. I'm just very grateful that she is now happy in her own skin. I think that's very important. God made her that way, and she's gone through that trial and tribulation for a reason. We don't always know, and I don't mean that in a negative way, just that she's a stronger person for the experience she's had to go through. That's all I mean by that. Apparently the orange, do you mean the orange, Sarah, represents the light of Jesus coming into the world? Oh, I didn't know that. There you go. Am I in the closet? No, I'm firmly not in the closet. I'm actually a very open-minded person, actually. I'm not. I'm probably the least closeted person you could find. It's funny, a lot of people are very anti gay community in the church. I think it's wrong, really. Yes, I agree. Some people do hide behind religion because of their prejudices. Yeah, and unfortunately, people like me get a bad name as a result, which is why I'm always a little bit reluctant to talk about my faith, because that prejudice that other religious people have can obviously be put on to people like me. You know, people will assume that I've got the same opinion when I don't. It's unfortunate, but it is the way of the world, isn't it? Yes, Nathan, they do. This will make you laugh. Kel's brother has seen me with 2 different men that I've dated. One was I was engaged to, and the relationship broke down. He was abusive. He saw me with him. And then I dated another guy that I met online about a year later. I was only with him for 4 months, and he also saw me with him. So he's seen me with 2 different men that I've dated, and he still thinks that I'm dating his sister, even though he's seen me with men. Yay, Sean's here. Hi, Sean. Right, so the candle is the light and the orange as well. Okay, thanks, Sarah. That's good. I didn't know that. Yay, Sean's here. Woohoo! How's your day going, Sean? I had a couple of hiccups starting, but I got there in the end. We've just been talking about faith and stuff, Sean. Nathan was worried that I was a Bible basher. I've told him I'm not. I've done quite well. I've managed to yap for an hour and 40 minutes so far, so I'm doing well. God, I've got a drink though. Oh, have you? Keeping you busy then? Yeah, I'm not a Bible basher. It's a similar tradition with boys put orange in the stockings to represent the sun coming back. Oh, I didn't know that. See, I've learnt something. I like learning about other people's faiths, actually. I think that's the only way you grow as a person, is to and to have respect for other people's faith, is actually to learn about them. Soon finished with the foot on the sock. Yeah, I go back to the sort of the faith topic. I do really like learning about other people's faiths, but I like learning it from the person. I don't like reading up on it, because I think you can take things in the wrong way. I like actually learning direct from somebody that's got that faith, because you can ask direct questions then. I found that much more productive over the years when I've talked to, you know, as long as you're respectful of each other's faiths and where you're coming from, I think there's no problem with that. Yeah, I do too, Sonia. Yeah, the differences and the similarities are surprising sometimes. Did I send a pagan tradition oranges? Well, according to Sonia, they signify the sun, so she celebrated on the winter solstice, which was the 21st. So she doesn't really sort of celebrate in the same way we do tomorrow. You said you were having a buffet, didn't you, Sonia? Sort of buffet food tomorrow. Do you do gifts and stuff on winter solstice then, Sonia? Oh, bless you, Lina. Oh, that's a nightmare when you feel like that, isn't it? Okay, Linny. Well, thanks for popping in and for letting me know that you couldn't comment earlier. Really appreciate it. That was a big help. Enjoy the rest of your Christmas Eve and happy Christmas, darling. Pagan or Wiccan then, Sonia, Sean said to you. Yes, we do our gifts in the morning and then eat and play games for family time. That was pretty much the same as what most of us do Christmas Day then, isn't it? Yes, absolutely. Sarah, I agree with you. Faith is a journey. You take down your own path and everybody gets to different points and different directions in their own time. Pagan witch. Ooh. See, when you put it like it sounds like, woo. It's probably nowhere near as bad as it. Trouble is, it's like, you know, you hear the word witch and it just conjures up certain images in your head, doesn't it? Oh, thanks, Deb. So I hear, Sean, that you said, I think when I came out of your stream last night, you're only going to do 5 more minutes. I think here it's about another 45 minutes after I left. Yeah. Yeah. So it's not that much difference really, is it, Sonia? Yeah, just different meanings. That's exactly, but it's still celebrated, isn't it? So I tell you the one thing I miss about Christmas being a kid and the Santa thing, the magic of that. I do miss that. Although I was mortified when I found out Mum had lied about it. Oh, is it? That's a good film though. Sister Act. I like that film. I don't watch that many religious films actually, to be honest. If I do, it tends to be the ones that are on at Easter time. But you don't really get that many religious films that sort of come out now, do you? So I've watched 1 or 2, but I don't really watch that many. Yeah, I agree, Sonia. The magic of the Christmas season is the best part. Absolutely. Yeah. Do you sing along, Nathan's Sarah says. Oh, that's funny. I'm amazed we've got so many people in the stream because Harry Potter's on in the UK. It's just finishing. The credits are going up now, so we've had quite a lot of people in the stream considering Harry Potter was on. Who doesn't sing along? My friends just said from the other multitasking. Harry Potter's on Christmas Day in the UK as well, on the main TV channel. So I think it's on ITV, I think. I expect we'll have that on. We're big Harry Potter fans here. I've actually got them all on DVD, so I don't really even need to watch them on TV. But yeah, they're on such a lot. I haven't really had to use my DVDs very much. Yeah, I think most people do, don't they, Cheryl? I think most people like Harry Potter. that's cool, Sean. It's interesting, isn't it? How things can change over the years. And what you choose to celebrate. I do like... the winter solstice always means a little bit to me, even just because of the fact that spring's on its way. Nights are going to draw out. I've lost the comments again. The only trouble with streaming on the tablet is the comments keep disappearing. Got to love some Harry Potter. I even have a pocket watch. I was going to see... Oh, wow. That's cool. Hi, Nerdy. Now, I can't remember what you said your name was on stream last night. I know it begins with L. Are you going to tell me? Because I know you didn't... It feels weird calling you Nerdy, though. Okay. You'll have to put on me calling you Nerdy, then. I knew it began with that. I've got such a bad memory, so... Oh, did you, Nathan? Oh, that's cool. My mum got me all the box set a few Christmases back now. She got me the first 6 in one box set, and then the 2 Deathly Hallow ones she bought as separate things. Okay, as long as you're all right with that, that's the main thing. Oh, was it, Deb? Wow. Yeah. Oh, I'm not keen. I love snow, but I don't like being cold. I prefer... Summer's my favourite season, but... I do really like spring as well, when everything's starting to turn green and the bulbs are coming up, and it's really lovely and a bit warmer. Yeah, I think that's why, Sean, to be honest. You know, my parents let me decide for myself. I think that's the best way to do it. If he has questions about a particular religion, just answer the questions and let him decide for himself. I think that's really good parenting. Oh, did it? I'm in the UK, so we don't... The area I live in, which is an area called East Anglia, which is sort of the southern part, not the right at the bottom of the country, but we're south. And we're the most arid area of the UK, so we get the least rainfall of anywhere in the UK. And as a result, it tends to mean we get less snow. So we don't get snow very often. It's very rare we get snow here now. But it does get very, very cold here. So we tend to have sharp frosts and stuff, but it doesn't get as cold as America and places, and Canada and places do. Oh, yeah, spring and autumn are your favourite times of year, Sonia. I do like autumn, but the only thing I dislike about autumn, it means winter's following. But I do love when the leaves change colour, it's beautiful. Oh my goodness, 2.8 Fahrenheit, that's cold. Yeah, -16°C. Yeah, I'm glad you translated, because I knew it was bad, but they said our temperatures don't. We might get down to like -4 or 5. If it's really, really bad winter, it might be -10°C, but we never get below that. Yeah, me too, Sarah. I like all the autumn colours. It's beautiful time of year. I mean, you know, I think we're quite lucky in the UK that we do have those very distinct seasons, and one of my exes had a Filipino aunt who married into the family, and she'd never seen snow until she moved to the UK. So it's interesting. I do like the fact we have distinct seasons here. Yeah, I'm glad. So Sonia's basically just saying that she's doing the same as Sean, letting her children decide. It's good. So Lina, I converted to Islam 12 years ago. Did you? What made you choose Islam out of interest? I know there's so much prejudice with Islam now, isn't there, with the extremists, but I just take the view that the extremists are a bit like you know, the KKK in America. They don't reflect normal Christians. They're just an extreme group. So yeah, it's interesting. What made you convert to Islam? Oh, is it, Nerdy? Oh, that's cool. That's really interesting that you've got a similar sort of climate then, haven't you? Lina says it's -6 Celsius there. Well, you're colder than me. I'm feeling quite toasty and warm here now, reading all that. Yeah, I'm the same, Sean. I haven't really read any of the Quran, but I do find it interesting because I know that there are bits of the Quran that actually cross over the Christian faith as well. So it's quite interesting. I think it's a very misunderstood faith as well, actually, because from what I understand of Islam, it's actually a very peaceful faith, loving and giving in the same way that a Christian faith is. But the trouble is, every faith gets a bad rap because you get people that misrepresent them. So Nody says, autumn is hot here, I hate it. Oh, bless you. See, in the UK, autumn, it starts getting chilly. It's warm, but it's not cold. It's sort of just a little bit chilly. Cheryl says it's 70 Fahrenheit here yesterday, 45 today. Of course, a big difference between the 2 days. Yeah, I'm not good with the cold either, Sonia. Sonia's saying she can't cope with below 10 degrees Celsius because we do Celsius in the UK. Yeah, I tend to hibernate when it's below 10. I don't go out unless I have to. Oh, Lina's expecting snow for the next 5 days. Oh, wow. I have to say, it would be nice to have snow for Christmas. My mum would disagree because she's got to travel in the car to come and see me, but it would look lovely. And it'd make Kel very, very happy because she prays for snow every year and we very rarely get it. Once we hit -14 and I want outside, and you went outside in it? Oh gosh, you're brave. I started reading and it just clicked. Oh, that's fair enough, Lina. Well, I think that's how it happens with a lot of people, actually, Faith. Nathan says, I'm 156 miles away from you. Like you've even looked that up, Nathan. Are you planning to come see me? I don't actually know what the temperature is in East Anglia today. I don't expect mine's far different from yours, Sean. Is it you're saying it's 11? So -14 Fahrenheit is -25 Celsius. Wow, that's cold. We all wouldn't cope with that. So Deb has asked whereabouts you are, Nerdy, or CO. Is that in America? I don't know what state that is. I never understand when you shorthand it. Deb is in northern Michigan, in the Lower Peninsula. Nathan says it's 9 degrees where he is, so I'm probably about 10 because I'm sort of I'm sort of halfway between Sean and Nathan. Yeah, my mum has the same problem, Sonia. She lives on a hill. It's fairly steep. Not as steep as it is up north. You know, northern hills are, up north are much worse than what we have around here. I'm quite a flat area, but we do have that potential problem as well. It depends if they grit the road or not because it's a main road where my mum lives. But yeah, we do have that problem. Outside of where we are here, it's not too bad because it's bus route, so they tend to clear it a bit more. Nerdy's an atheist. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. You could argue that's a faith as well. Are you Sean? I don't know. I've never actually worked it out on the map. We're all sort of dotted about, aren't we? Sonia's in Salisbury. Oh, I didn't know that, Sonia. Wiltshire, that's a fair way from me. My dad lives... Is Salisbury anywhere near Swindon? Because my dad lives in Swindon and that's about 3.5, 4 hour drive from where I am. I'm in the west part of East Anglia, basically, in Suffolk. So the bit that looks like a bum on the UK, basically. Colorado. Oh, I know Colorado. That's a state I do know where it is. Okay, cool. Oh, well done, Alicia. So you got one done already. Yay, last one. So you should get it done today. It's a very big project. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. Yeah, she's cutting it close, but it sounds like she's steaming ahead. So obviously the stream's working. Yeah, I totally get that, Nathan. Yeah, it does. I have to say, since I've got the wrong side of 40, I'm starting to notice that my joints, I'm starting to know when it's cold, it's affecting my joints as well, even though I don't have anything specific. But from what I've understood about my diagnosis with endometriosis, it can affect your immune system. So I don't know if there's any implications for my joints long term. That's something that I've got to try and find out. So totally understand that. I mean, a lot of people with arthritis, don't they? They suffer terribly, I do know. Oh, Sean and Sonia are finding it's a smaller world than we actually think it is. Oh, okay. So, yeah, so you're a fair way from me. So it's sort of opposite side of the country, basically. My goodness, Nerdy, that's 1,500 miles away from you. I couldn't. Don't worry, I can't type either, and I'm an XPA. That's a long way to be from IC. I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't like to. I've always been in the same town as my mum, and I've gone home. I moved out and went home again, as well at one point. So, me mum and I are very, very, very close actually. Is that the roundabout you're referring to, Sonia? Is that there is a roundabout somewhere near my dad that's notorious? It's got some sort of reputation for being a pain or something. Lady Gaga's your faith. That's pretty cool. She's got some pretty good principles, to be fair. I do love the fact that she's very pro LGBT, particularly. I do love her songs. I think they've got very powerful lyrics. Alicia's making slippers. Oh, cool. That shouldn't take you too long then. You should better get that done today. Whereabouts are you, Alicia? In the UK, or are you in America, or where? Yeah, America in general is huge compared to the UK. Probably the UK probably fit in one of your states, I expect. I'll probably get corrected. That's probably wrong, but yeah, America's enormous, isn't it? I've been to Canada, and did 2 states. I did British Columbia state and Alberta state, and they took a long time to drive through. So 8 roundabouts. Oh, okay. I knew it was something to do. I have vaguely heard, but you know when you don't fully pay attention. Yeah, I have heard about that roundabout actually. It's there's one in a town called Kings Lynn, which is in Norfolk, which isn't too. It's about an hour from me, and that's one big roundabout with 5 roundabouts off it, and that's notorious. Everyone tries and avoids that here. Oh, you're in Arizona. Cool. That's cool. Oh, are you not? I didn't realise she was doing 2 years in Vegas. Mind you, that is kind of what a lot of the big ones do, isn't it? Oh, so you're from British Columbia originally. That's pretty cool. I really liked Canada. I do want to go to America at some point, but finances won't allow it at the moment. I went to Canada when I was working as a PA and I could afford it a bit more. I've actually been to Canada twice, but it's such a huge area. So I went to north, east, south, west coast. I have to work it out. It's bad on it. So I went to Vancouver Island, Jasper, Lake Louise, Banff, the places that I've been to. Yeah, same here, Sonia. I want to go to America one day, but there's so many parts of America I want to see. I think it'll take me a year to go around it all. Yeah, that's true, Nathan. Yeah. She could have waited a while longer, couldn't she? You lived on the island, did you? I went to Tofino on the island. Whereabouts did you live? Oh, you lived in Victoria. I didn't actually go down to the bottom of the island. We wanted to, but we ran out of time. Vancouver Island's beautiful. I wanted to go to Victoria to see some of the orca whales. But we didn't get a chance to do that. I did get a chance to see humpback whales, but I was so seasick I couldn't have cared less when I saw them, which is a bit of a shame. I did get travel sick quite badly, so I was very ill. Virginia has a lot of British names for cities. My brother lives in Suffolk. Ah, well, that's where I'm from, in Virginia. And Norfolk is an hour from me. Oh, wow. Well, that's a small world, isn't it? Have you been to Tofino? Tofino's lovely, isn't it? It's a really small little place, but it's, I just loved it. It's such a lovely, pretty little place. Really, Nathan? That's how much she gets paid per show? No wonder she's doing it then. If somebody offered me that amount of money per show, I'd be doing it as well.
Hey.
Oh, really? So your mum's still in Canada? Oh, that's why you're so far apart. Oh, at least you have a nice place to go home to when you go see your mum. Even if you have to get the ferry across. My ex, who I travelled to Canada with both times, he actually went one time when we very first got together. He went with his mum and his brother, and he got to see the Northern Lights on the ferry going from Vancouver to Vancouver Island. And fortunately, even though I've been on that ferry twice, I didn't get to see the Northern Lights, which I'm really gutted about. Oh, do you not? So did you grow up on the island then? Oh, she's not washed up, Nathan. Don't be so harsh. She's lovely. You got to have a bit of gaga in your life. Oh, does she? She comes to you. Well, it saves you travelling, doesn't it? Oh, right. That's interesting, Nerdy. I really liked Vancouver, actually. I thought it was a lot. I'm not very keen on cities, but Vancouver was the one city I really did like, and I didn't get to see very much of it, really. I was only there for one night and a day, but I really did like what I seen. If I could choose a city to go back to, it would definitely be Vancouver. Had a really nice vibe about it. Yeah, absolutely, Sonia. Since she did that documentary, I think it was on Netflix, wasn't it? About her condition. I've got a total new respect for her performing and doing it in pain, because I don't know that I could do that. I think she's quite incredible. I have Lightning McQueen going nuts. Oh dear. Is he driving you potty? Oh, your kids are playing Minecraft. Oh, okay. Oh, do you know what? I've never played Minecraft. I know about it, but I've never actually played it. I know my godson was into it for a while, but I don't know if he is now. He's 8, so I'm not sure if he's outgrown it or not. Oh, there's a Christmas area on it. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'll just put my cup down. Oh, is he, Sonia? Oh, so you're enjoying the peace and quiet, then make the most of it while you can. Yeah. Yeah, well, from what I understand, it's just building blocks. Oh, there goes my tablet again. I've got another new notification. Yeah, it's just like building blocks, and you can make them into scenes, and certain things destroy things, and that's as much as I understand it. I don't really. Oh, did you know, Dee? That's good. No, just weird you talking, and all I'm hearing is I am speed. Do you want me to join in? I am speed. Yeah, I've never tried to play it, Nerdy. I'm not sure that I'd really understand it. I kind of get the basic concept, but I think you need a kid's imagination to kind of really enjoy Minecraft, I think.
I thought you had one of those.
What? Minecraft?
Kids'
A
imagination.
kid's imagination, well, sometimes. Well, since I've been on the stream, it's gone from daylight to dark. It's dark outside now. Oh, well, that's one reason not to want to do it then, isn't it, Sean? Oh, well, I'm glad to be of help. I think I'm helping a few people be productive, so that's a good thing, Sonia. Oh, that's cool, Nerdy. Oh, so they'll be lost in the switch then. Oh, really, Nathan? I didn't know that. That's interesting. Yeah, at the moment, where I live, it starts getting dark about 3:15 in the afternoon. Sort of between 3:15 and 4, it starts getting dark. Some days it goes darker quicker than others. Just depends on what the weather's like. So it's dark. It's completely dark here now. It's 4:15. So, yeah. So the one thing I don't like about this, I hate the lack of sunlight. It does affect my depression actually. Sort of bright sunny days, I always feel a lot better mentally than I do if it's a dull day. But I think it affects everybody, doesn't it? Even if you haven't got depression. Shiny, you try to type on your phone, the keyboard's not big enough, huh?
The creator of Minecraft is anti-gay.
Yeah.
What an arse.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I've already commented on that. Yeah, it's bad, isn't it? Can't wait to see my 4-year-old niece and 3-month. Oh, that's lovely, Sarah. Yeah, I bet he is. Yeah, I bet he's going to freak out. That's so exciting. Is it not, Nathan? Oh, it goes to show different parts of the UK, different, isn't it? It's interesting. See, it's completely dark here. I don't know if it's cloudy outside. I haven't really looked. Yeah, you're right, Sonia. I reckon he will be. Oh dear, no, dear. I quite like it when it's bright like that, though. I like that. Yeah, I think that's common there, but it does sometimes make me sleepy as well. I think it's just your natural body clock kicks in, doesn't it? Oh, bless him. Oh, he's going to be so excited then if he thought he couldn't have one. Sonia, so it's almost dark where Sonia is. Yeah, I bet. I'm not very good at keeping secrets either, so I can totally understand that. So it gets dark at Sean's around 4:30. Liners, it's at 2:42. Isn't it interesting wherever we are, it's different. Nathan's near Sonia, so it's the same. Yeah. Oh dear. Husband opened the light blocking curtains and we both moaned in pain. Oh dear. Yeah, we've got blackout curtains. The curtains you can see behind me are blackout ones. Because I'm quite light sensitive when I sleep. We had cream curtains in here before, and in the summer I was waking up at like 4 o'clock in the morning because it was light. And I was just getting really, really tired, and it just wasn't doing me any good. So we bought some blackout ones when we were able to afford it. It's been so much better. Winter Wonderland, I'm jealous. I'm officially jealous. I'd love to have a bit of snow. And it's only 9 a.m. where Alicia is. Yeah, you're all getting up, aren't you? That's why I kind of did it in the middle of the day, because I knew I'd sort of catch people in America. I'd catch people in the UK. And potentially, if there was anyone up late in Australia, that I might catch them, but I don't think I have. It's kind of hard to work the right time with all the different time zones. Oh, does he, Sean? It's probably sensible. I think it helps you sleep more, actually. It certainly does me anyway, having blackout ones. And we've put blackout curtains in Carol's room now as well, since we got these ones. It does help. And we've actually, the Housing Association put a light sensor on the security door that goes into the garden, and it's so sensitive it lights up at the slightest like leaf blowing by or anything. So we were really glad we had got the blackout curtains, because it's like Blackpool Illuminations when it comes on. Our neighbour downstairs, it's right outside her bedroom window, and she was having terrible problems. She's had to buy blackout curtains for the same reason. So, and we were kind of lucky. Are they just dark ones, are they, Sean? Well, it still does the same job, doesn't it? I think I should have been something that hibernates in the winter. Yeah, me too, Sarah.
I want to be a bear.
Oh, do you not, Sean? See, I like shutting the curtains, like, especially in the winter. It makes me feel, like, cosy, you know? What saying did I say, Nathan? I'm not even aware I did it, so whatever I said. I said something and I not realised I've said it.
Yeah, I'm in the same room and I didn't know you had said it, was you?
Mm.
Oh, Blackpool
Illuminations. Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah. I have actually seen the Blackpool Illuminations, actually, just on a tangent. I went up on holiday with a couple of friends up to the Lake District a few years back now. And we drove down, we went in, it was October half term because one of them is a teacher. So we went in the half term and we drove down for the day and it hammered down rain. It was horizontal rain. It was raining that hard. But we actually walked down the street where the illuminations were. They were all right. I'm glad I've seen them, but they weren't as good as I thought they were going to be. I was a bit disappointed, if I'm honest. So it's one of those things done once, wouldn't do it again. Oh, really, Sean? That's interesting. Isn't it funny how we're different? You see, I'm the opposite. I don't like seeing the outside. I used to get scared when I was a kid. So isn't that funny? Oh, you've got sound effects now. You've got sirens going on, have you? Must be weird for you being in a stream and you're not doing the yapping. Yeah, I mean, Sonia, I mean, it is something, you know, it's nice to have seen once. I wouldn't, you know, it's not something I would do over and over again. I know some people go every year. It was nice to see. I found a lot of the lights were actually sort of repeated. So I don't know if I just went on a bad year or whether it's, you know, cutbacks and costings and stuff. My husband just bought me some coffee sausage and biscuits and hash brown. Oh, that's a good husband. Gold star for him. The Blackpool illuminations are is a town or city, depending on what you class it as in the UK. It's up north. It's a little way down from where like Manchester and places like that are. Blackpool's very well known for its amusements and roller coasters and rides and things. It's a seaside town. And along the seaside parade, sort of the main road that goes alongside sort of where the beach and stuff is, there is it's about a mile and a half, something like that long, of lights that are up above the street, and you can either drive down it, but it does get very gridlocked, or you can walk down it and see all the illuminations, and they're all different things, usually a Christmas theme. They're up for I think it's about 12 weeks, something like that, on the run up to Christmas. It's to celebrate Christmas. I think they originally did it to bring in trade for because Christmas is not a good time for seaside towns, so they did that to bring sort of extra trade into the town on the run up to Christmas, which did work. So basically it's sets of lights that are hanging above the road, and they're all different characters and themes and stuff, and every year's different, so that's why people go, some go every year. Like I say, I've only been once, and yeah, I'm glad I've seen them, just probably wouldn't do it again. I agree, nerdy is a keeper, huh? Oh, do they, Nathan? I didn't know that. That's interesting. Yeah, I bet it were. I bet on the moors you could see quite a lot. I mean, what the area I live in, trouble is we've got so much street pollution from lights. It's very difficult to see the stars. Yeah, we have got villages outside of my town. You don't have to travel very far. And if you can get sort of near one of the remoter places where there isn't too much light pollution, you can see quite a few stars. The most stars I ever saw was at a place called Sizewell, which is on the east coast. So it's on the east coast of on East Anglia, which is part of the UK where I live. I used to go to a Christian retreat there when I was very, very young, when I was sort of in my late teens. And you could go and lay, it was a stony beach, you could lay on the beach at night time and just watch the stars. It's the only time I've ever seen shooting stars, actually. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's lovely, Deb. Oh, that's lovely to hear, Alicia. It's nice to know there's some good men in the world. Oh, really, Sarah? I didn't know that. That's interesting. Illuminated trams. I did see some of the trams I was there, but they were so busy we didn't actually use any of them. Oh, parade floats, Nathan. Oh, that's cool. I like that kind of thing. We used to have a carnival here in my hometown. But because of health and safety regulations and cost and all that sort of thing, it got stopped, which is such a shame. I wish they'd bring it back because I love all the parades and stuff like that and carnivals, and I think it's such a lovely thing to do, and it so very rarely happens now. I have the same opinion with Stonehenge. Been once. Winter solstice. Never want to go again. I find some of the lesser known stones better. Yeah, well, I think that I have actually been to Stonehenge. My dad used to live in Somerset, and it used to be on the way. I used to have to drive past it on the way to see him, so we did actually stop once. I didn't go right round the stones because I just thought it was extortionate to pay to go in for what it was. So we looked at them through the fence. Very interesting, but yeah, I totally guess it gets really busy there, doesn't it, for winter solstice and for the summer one as well. Yes, Nathan. It's all health and safety. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Oh, does he, Alicia? He encourages your alarm addiction. That's, well, he's definitely a keeper then, isn't he? Definitely a keeper. It's not many men that, and well, unless they're crocheters herself like Nathan, there's not many men that would advocate yarn. I have to say, Kel's very patient with me because half our front room is full of yarn now.
I'm going to get into it next year anyway. So.
Yeah, Kel wants to carry on learning next year, so she's got the chain mastered. She's not very confident.
Your yarn will be my yarn too.
Well, we'll see about that. So if you're wondering, that's it's all kind of back to front on my screen there. Ooh, no, there we go. I've got to pull my hand forward. So that there is all my Mariner stash behind me. And then I've got my other, all the stuff I've been sent is on bigger bookcases up there. So. Oh, that's lovely, Alicia. Oh, he's definitely a keeper. Oh, did you, Nerdy? That's cool. I look forward to seeing it when you do it. I'm really lucky with my hubby. He supports my craft addiction, but my son's discouraged it. Oh, well, the husband's the important one. You're the one, when your son's up and leave home, Sonia, he's the one that you're going to have to live with, so it's probably just as well it's that way round. Blueberry pancakes, yum. That sounds very yummy. Okay, Nathan, well, thanks for dropping in. Have a lovely Christmas. Thank you, darling. Have a lovely Christmas, you and all your family. Have a good time with your children. So, yeah, happy Christmas, sweetheart. I'm probably not going to stay on much longer anyway, so I'm probably going to do another about 5-10 minutes, and I'm probably going to go off as well. Because to be quite honest, I need to go to the toilet. I need to wee. I'm getting desperate, so I won't be able to hold off much longer. Yeah, happy holidays. Have a good time, Nathan. Oh, are you not? Oh, well, when you do see them, I'm sure you'll see them at some point. Have a nice day anyway. I know it's difficult when you haven't got your kids with you. You know where I am if you need me. You can come and torment me on Facebook. I should probably be hovering around in the afternoon. Be cooking in the morning, but you laughing at?
Like man stuck upside down in that round ball. His legs were like dangling.
I don't, what is that?
Cannonball.
Oh.
He was stuck. It's funny.
You've got a programme that's come on TV after Harry Potter called Cannonball, and people jump onto this big inflatable thing and then bounce in the air and into the sea. Oh yeah, that's the downside of uploading, nerdy. Yeah, every 10 minutes I record equates to an hour uploading with our internet speed here. It's not terribly fast here, unfortunately. So when I uploaded that 40-minute video, which I was a bit annoyed that I let it go on for so long, but I'm partly blaming Chip for the last video. It took 4 hours to upload. So and our internet doesn't work. We can't go onto Facebook. We can use Facebook Messenger. We can't get onto any games or any social media at all while it's uploading. So that's why I tend to keep it to about 20 minutes on my channel, because it takes such a long time to upload. It depends on the quality. Oh, is it? Oh, you're not that decrepit nerdy. Sure you're not. Yeah, it wouldn't be for me either, Sonia, to be fair. I'm not good with, I'm not a very strong swimmer anyway, so. Okay, Jen, well, enjoy shoveling your driveway. I don't envy you doing that, I must say. But happy Christmas, and thank you for joining me. Really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Happy Christmas. Yeah, 4 hours and 40 minutes. That's how long it took me. Okay, Sean. Well, I'm not going to be on much longer anyway, so thanks for popping in. Really appreciate it, my darling. I'll probably speak to you online anyway, but have a lovely Christmas. I hope it doesn't drive you too potty with the excitement. Hope you manage to keep him calm. Yeah, it's just gone 4:30 here in the UK in the afternoon, so yeah, I hope you feel better, Sean. Jolly good, that's good to hear. Hope it stays that way for you. Hope he doesn't get too hyper tomorrow. But have a good day regardless, and don't let him drive you too nuts. And feel better. Well, I have to say, I've really enjoyed doing this. I was a little bit, oh, is anyone going to come in? I'm probably not going to do it as regularly as Sean has, but now that I've done it and I've broken myself into it a bit more and feel a bit more comfortable with it, once I work out the little glitches with the reminder, that's the next thing I've got to work out, I definitely will stream again. I might try and do one perhaps on New Year's Eve during the day. Yeah, absolutely, Sean. Happy holiday of choice here, yeah. Oh, well done, Cheryl. That's good news. Let's say if you're going out buying more. Yeah, I've really, really enjoyed this. So I just want to say thank you, everybody. I have really enjoyed this. I only planned to stay on for half an hour to an hour, and I've done 2.5 hours. So that should tell you that I've enjoyed it. I'm going to basically finish it here, I think. It seems like a good point. Everybody's having to go off anyway. So thanks, Alicia. Happy holidays. And I hope you managed to get all your projects done. Yeah, and so obviously I just want to say, oh, well, I'm glad you've enjoyed it, Lina. Merry Christmas, Nerdy. Merry Christmas, Lina. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Deb. You're very welcome. Merry Christmas, Cheryl. Yeah, we'll do in a minute, Kill. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Well, if you need any help with it, Sonia, obviously I'll come and support you, and we can always talk privately if you need to know anything. Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, you know what I'm going to be doing? Hanging up and running to the toilet. I shouldn't have had that cup of tea. What I should have done was gone to the toilet before I went on the stream, but I forgot to do that. So I'll know that for next time. Perhaps I'll be able to do it for a bit longer. Toilet needs and all that. But yeah, I just want to say thank you to all of you. There's 14 of you in the stream still now. So I just want to say thank you ever so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. It means the absolute world to me. I've really enjoyed interacting with you. It's nice to talk to people live. You get to know each other a bit more. Yeah, nature calls, you're right. So however you're celebrating tomorrow, whether you're celebrating Christmas itself or you're just enjoying it as a holiday, I really do hope that you have a really lovely, blessed, happy and peaceful time with your family or however you're spending it. Yeah, have a lovely time, and I hope you enjoy your food and presents and whatever else, however you're spending it. Obviously, we're doing it the traditional way. So have a lovely time. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, Deb. Really appreciate it. I'm quite excited now. So I've finished this stream. I've just got to carve up the gammon and then we're ready to roll. So I can start getting excited now, which is good. So thank you guys for joining me on the stream. I really do appreciate it. I probably will do this again on New Year's Eve. I'll probably do it around about the same time, probably around about 2:30 time in the afternoon. That's Greenwich Mean Time. So keep an eye out for that. I'll try and work out how to set the reminder up so I can do it from the tablet. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there, guys. Yeah, I'll be playing with yarn. Don't you worry about that. There'll be lots of yarning to come over the next few days. I've got to get something made ready for next week anyway, so I've got no idea what the next video will be. It'll probably be gift haul, and then after that, I don't know. So
Christmas hat for the neighbour.
Christmas hat for the neighbour. Yeah, probably will be that. Yeah, so until next time, remember to stay true to yourself, and I'll see you very soon. Thanks, guys. Bye. I just got to work out how to turn it off now. That's funny. How do I turn it off there? Right, bye guys, I worked it out. See you soon. Hope your upload doesn't take too long. Alright, take care. Bye guys. You won't hang up. Oh, that's funny. It won't hang up. It won't hang up. That's terrible. I'm pressing it and it won't stop. Oh, that's funny. Oh, what a way to end the stream, huh? I can't hang up. Oh no, how do I hang it up?
Just go pee, I'll work it out.
Well, you're just supposed to... Oh no, you don't want to see the TV, do you? It's not that. Well, there's a cross, you're supposed to... Oh, you're stuck with me now.
Give it here.
Won't hang up.
Give it here and I'll try while you're trying for a wee.
It's just not...
You're going to wet the bed.
I'm not going to wet the bed. Oh, that's giving you all a bit of amusement, isn't it?
Okay, give it here and I'll try and work it
Oh
out.
dear, that's too funny. It's just it won't turn off. There's obviously a glitch with the app. That's really helpful, YouTube.
Fuss it here, I'll try and...
Right, we're just going to move. Da, da, da. Right. You get to see my friend now, look. It should be that, look.
You sure it's that?
Yeah. Because that's how I came out of it last time when I ended the stream. There's no other place to stop it. I might have to shut the app down.
It really won't go.
I think what I'm going to do is do